Hello everyone, Trigan here! Welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Don't forget, if you like this video, check out that like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. So I did figure out, right after finishing the last video, what I wanted to do to connect these. You can see I just created these little loops. Created a bit of short street right here so I can make a perfect loop. And did the same thing here, created a bit of short street. Actually, I think that might have already been there. I created this over here and then made it a short loop. So yeah, I think that connects really nicely. We'll just have to widen some streets and set up the whole public transit route. But before we do that, I think the first thing we should do today is get the oil reconnected. So let's see here. How do I want to do this? Let's try first off. No catenary, thank you very much. Put enough of that down when I didn't mean to. So let's see. Let's haul this out to about here. And then I'm going to bring this out quite a ways in order to avoid hitting the back of the station there. All right, let's see. Oh, oh, there we go. It was just stalled. That's why I didn't want to go up any further. I thought, wait, why is it stopping there? It should be able to go up a lot higher than that with as big an arc as I created. Actually, I think that works pretty well. I'm going to have to cut this short, but that keeps the curve just the way I want it. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. And then here, let's see, which side did I grab over here? I grabbed the inside, okay. The inside being the side towards us. So now this, yeah, connect it right around there. I think that'll make a nice curve there. Comes out through here, goes around here, hops over this, and then just continues on that way. Perfect. All right, let's go and just clean this up and put the outside track on now. There we go. I had to clean that up, put some trees in to hide the sort of ugly hillside a bit. I think it's a lot better now. Now, though, we can actually go ahead and fix a couple of these routes. Let's start with this oil route. Okay, so it's the oil refinery that is not right. So let's add the new station on there. Get rid of the old one. Why doesn't it like the new one? Hang on here. Let's get rid of all of that. And then let's try again. We're going to connect there. Okay, that looks good. And then connect there. It must have been on the wrong platform or something the other way. Okay, so here we are going to unload crude oil and load refined oil. And then here we are only going to unload refined oil. There. So we make sure that doesn't do anything screwy on us. It's always the bad thing about when you have a product that is the same type as the input, because then sometimes they'll want to just let your stuff keep flowing on the line. Okay, so that's good. Now we can go ahead and do the fuel shunter. Yeah, take out the old freight yard. And let's see. I think where I want to put this is, no, I don't want you there. So I could put you there. You know, let's look at it from this way. It'll be easier because I don't know which. Yeah, that's that. I think I want this on 5. We might change it later. Maybe the system was right and I should put it on 3. But well, it'll come in. It's going to come through here. It's going to loop around. It's going to come on this and just go in that side. Okay, so that is all set. Let's go ahead and fix this route. Now we're going to lose all the stuff at these stations over here. And I don't have the truck station in yet either. Okay, so let's take that out and put this in. No, and I definitely do not want you on 4. Let's put you on 2. There we go. So they'll be on 2. When we get the Mill Valley one coming in, it'll come in on 1. So our city freight will be right here on these 2. The oil will be over here. And then should we need to add anything else, we have more platforms to use. Okay, so that's all set. Yeah, and now that stuff's all gone. We might as well go ahead and delete that. We might as well delete this and grab our ship route here. And we're going to put that in and get rid of the old one. Okay, that's good. Now we just need to do the trucks. And actually, you know what? I really should, I think. I'm just going to delete this. It's all going to sort of be in the way. That. Grab this. And we'll run that across to there. And this can get run across to there. There, so that's all connected up. So let's do our route here. So I think we're going to come to here and then down this way. Then we'll use this one since it goes all the way across. Oh, I think I'm going to want to use this. We may need it further later on too, but for now that'll do. Why do you not like? Is it because of this little nub here? Yep, it was the nub. And then this, I suppose I can just grab piece of straight. Do that. Okay, so that will be our public transit loop. And you know what? I'm just going to get rid of the truck stops we have right now, and let's look at where we were going to want them. Hello? Oh boy, we're going to have such a long route to take stuff over here. Wow, what a mess. I'm going to end up having to use this, at least some of the street that our public transit is on, just because of the way this is shaped. Okay, let's do this. Do this. I don't want any of that stuff on there. Yeah, I guess we'll use this street here. Or do we want to use this street? Hang on. I need to look at this again. It'd be easier if you put your truck stops in first. Growler has a good point. Let's do that. You know what? I want to get rid of this. I really do. It's going to, unfortunately, delete a bunch of stuff, but I want to have a nice... I want to have a nice, smooth route going around. So the city can go ahead and put in whatever roads it wants there. So we use that. Okay, how does this look over here on this side? Yeah, this will be perfect. All right, so we're going to use that. That's all good. Well, you know what? Let's use this here. Yeah. Then we're going to use this. Let's just do that. Well, let's go ahead and put our building in over here before we get any further. Right. This. Okay. Put you right there. And this will just make up like our usual one. Or at least usual for this playthrough. Alright. That's in. Now I'm going to grab this. And we're going to go all the way across to there. Perfect. Oh, that's right. I was going to angle this the other way. Doesn't matter. This will work just fine. And it goes right onto this road. So that's perfect. All right. So we're probably going to want to put some truck stops over this way because eventually we're going to need them. Well, I hate how far we have to drive for this, but I needed to get that stuff out of the city and make it so I could get the train tracks through. All right, let's put the first one. Goodness, I don't know. Let's put it right here for now. And then we'll put one right here. And I guess then one right here. Nope, that's the wrong spot. Right here. And then right here. Which one did I decide I was going to use? Oh, I was going to use this one because it's so far out. I don't want to because I'm trying to keep stuff off from where I'm going to have the public transit. Okay, here. You know what? Let's do this. Let's come back to here. Let's grab this guy here. You're destroying more stuff. Yeah, I know. Then we'll go ahead and connect that. And then connect this through to here. There. There. That should work better. So then we can put one right here. We'll put one right here. Then right here. Right here. And right here. And we'll leave, those will be all our stops for right now. It's a long drive for our trucks. But we've got everything off the roads that are going to have our public transit on. Let's actually go ahead and do our public transit stops while we're here. Okay, so we got one right here. Let's go ahead and put, oops, not far enough. Yeah, we'll put one right here. Well, this is an odd bit here. One right there. Yeah, I guess the next one will go right here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Oh, and I need to fix this bit here. There we go. Oops. Put the electric on it. There we go. Yeah, and then I suppose one right here on this curve will work. All right. Now, let's find our truck route here. There we go. And we'll clear it. Wait, why is that a new line? Why did it create a new line? That was very strange. I must have hit the wrong button. I hit this when I meant to hit this. There. All right, there we go. So now our Lemon Grove deliveries are doing their thing. It's a long drive, but it is what it is. And then our public transit, we're going to need 2 of them. We're going to go clockwise and then counterclockwise. What happened to the figure 8 ones you used to do? I quit doing them. Lemon Grove Public Transit clockwise. Okay, now that that's done, we just need a shed for these. Actually, we need two sheds because I did actually take off the other one. Let's go ahead and put this in here. There. So we got that one right there for the trucks. And right here. We'll use this one right here for the trams. And I think I'm actually going to need 16 here. I suspect 8 or 4, yeah, 8, excuse me, wouldn't last very long. Lemon Grove clockwise, Lemon Grove, well, counterclockwise and clockwise. Okay, those are in. We don't have passengers set up at the at Santa Clara yet. We don't have a train line or a track set up going all the way south yet. So we can't do that. Let's see, what is still unhappy with us here? Oh, the road. Yeah, that's right. And go back to our smoothing tool. Smooth this out a bit. There we go. I think that's pretty much where it was connected before. Actually, there's the route the road had before. So yeah, pretty close. I think it's still connected to that same one. I hate having to cross the tracks, but it's a traffic problem we can deal with later. It won't be a problem until probably the 50s or so. I didn't smooth this over here, didn't I? Thought I had, but I had not. All right, so this road is reconnected. Now we just have two trains that are unhappy. Let's see if, well, just stopping and restarting that one worked. Yeah, that was it. Okay, so we can actually let things start moving again. And work on, well, I've got our public transit, our trucking is all there. We're probably gonna need more trucks because of the distance. Now we can go ahead and work on this. So I think here what I want to do, first things first, is we want track here. And I think what I'm going to do is this. Let's see. I'm going to try coming from back here because I just want to sort of dig through that spot there. Okay, and then let's level this. Change that to that kind of track, I guess. I'm not worried about clearance here. I just want to make sure it was nice and flat across there. Okay, and this I'm just going to change to cutout. And there we go. So that will be our crossing for that. And we'll use this. Oh, it didn't like something I did there. There we go. I don't think I grabbed hold of the end of it. Let's see. I think I better flatten this out a bit more right here. Because we still need to get our passenger line in there. And I don't want it to be... I don't want it to be inside of a tunnel when we do that. All right. Go with that for now. Now let's try this again. So we got that. So that crosses the water there that immediately goes into a tunnel, which I think will actually be pretty cool when we ride along on that. Oh, come on. Let's actually run it to here, then run it across to the end. And that looks pretty good. I like it. This needs to be smoothed out a little bit here, but oh, I don't really like that. Let's leave it. Didn't like the way the smoothing was looking. We'll smooth out here, though. All right. Now... I think here what I want to do is this. We'll come off around here somewhere. Yeah, out to about like that should work. This will be where our passenger line merges on. And we'll bring this around to here. I think that works. I might have to adjust that, but it'll work for now. Okay, how does this look? Perfect. Okay. We'll need a diamond switch there, but it can wait. And then here, let's run this straight out to... yeah, right about there. Actually, you know what? I want it to curve a little bit. Now, we should be able to just do a loop to connect those. It's slower than I would like. What if I extended it over here more? Still slower than I would like, but I think that'll work. Okay, so let's cut this back. Why'd you bother putting that in before you put the loop in? Because I thought it was going to be easier to do it the other way around. It was not. Okay, that looks good. Come off from here and just loop around and connect that. Which side am I on? Yeah, that's right. Okay, I think that looks good. There. Okay, so that's connected. Then on this side, this is going to be fairly easy, I think. Oh, of course, you're going to be in my way. Let's cut that back just a little bit. Run that to there. Now we can run this, let's say, to about there. And now we just have to run through this mountain. Where am I here? Okay, I'm on this side. I'm on the lake side. Actually, I think, let's cut that back a little bit. Just to get the right angle. I really hate that, going through that whole mountain like that. Let's do this. It's going to mean changing things a little bit on the other side there. Let's do this. Okay, I'm going to grab this here. We're going to cross to, let's actually go to right here. But we're going to make this outside. Let's try it. And try to smooth this down so it doesn't look quite so bad. I just want it to be a nice little shoreline drive sort of deal here where we can actually yeah, I guess this will work. Where we can actually see the bay as we drive past. We probably need to get rid of some of those trees to make that work. Okay. Now, this, we're going to go through there. Come all the way to here. And this, I'm going to use earth. I do not want a big viaduct there. And then here, come all the way back through to there. And there we go. Except for needing to clean up some of these, you know, cuts and stuff like that, it's connected. I need to put signals on here, and then we can get some trains going. All right, so we have everything cleaned up. It has signals on it. I created the lines, the 2 new lines. What we need over here is a shed now. Here's what I'm going to do. We've got a nice one over at Rio Dorado. I don't want to take it out. So we're going to do this. I'm going to come here. I'm going to find my center on this. Try to straighten myself all out. We're going to go from here up to here somewhere. It might be a little bit too long, but oh well. Let's see. You know, for now, what I'm going to do another one of these. And I don't want that. Don't want it because... There we go. I forgot to take the catenary off. All right, we'll use that one right there for now. I'm going to put a roundhouse and stuff in too. Let's edit this. I'm going to put piece of track there, piece of track there. Yeah, I think that'll be perfect. And here we're going to do... So come off from this and go up to here. Yeah, I got plenty of room to play around with. And then we'll come off from this. Go down to there. Then we can get rid of this. Yeah, now that looks pretty perfect there. And then here... We're going to come off from this. Oh, actually, you know what? No, I want to come off from here. We'll come out straight to about where our diamond switches end. There we go. And then this side, we'll just do it this way. That looks good. I'll make that double slip so we can get to both sides. Then here, we're going to do the same thing. Looks good. Double slip. Signals. I want 2-way signals in case we decide to send something back to the shed. There. Like I said, I'll decorate this up and put in some pretty stuff. But for now, let's go ahead and get some trains going. Okay, so we want one of these Atlantics. And we'll put 4 of these cars on it. And let's get 2 of these. And put them on the Lemon Grove passenger line. There we go. Well, they should start doing their thing. And now we're going to go ahead and grab... Am I using 1 or 2 locomotives on these on the other side? Let me take a look at this. There. Just 1 locomotive. 1 locomotive and a whole bunch of something. Are these the 4-plank? 4-plank open long wagon. Okay. So it's here, this, and that's the 4-plank open long wagon right there. And I'm just going to put 1 on here for right now. We'll see how it goes. We're going to need more eventually, but Lemon Grove... Inner City. There we go. Lemon Grove to Mill Valley Inner City. Cool. And we've already got stuff going here. That's great. Let's double the number of trucks on here. We're definitely going to need more than that. I didn't smooth this. Whoops. Wrong button. Didn't smooth that out, did I? There we go. All right. So we've got a new truck depot here. A 20th century looking one. Looks more like 1950s, but we'll go with that for now. We've got our nice fancy new freight station, and we've got freight and passenger service all running over here. I'm not sure. I guess next episode we're either going to be going to Santa Clara or to Driftwood, one of the two. But we've got this all set up and running now. I'm pretty tickled with it. All right, guys, let's ride along with this passenger train. That looks good. I'm going to speed this up because I want to see all the whole route. You're proud of yourself for all of this, huh? Yeah, I am proud of myself. I think this is going to be, well, it's a very long run, obviously, but I think it's also going to be a very nice view. Oil well over there? I don't remember what that is. Oh, I can't wait. Transport Fever 3, they actually put in arched roofs for the, or arch ceilings, whatever you want to call it, for the tunnels. And they got lights in the tunnels, and it's going to look so good. I am so excited for Transport Fever 3 when it comes out. Did we already go through that? We did. I didn't even notice it. I wasn't paying attention. Now I'm upset. I wanted to pay attention to that. You went by it too fast because you got it in high speed. Oh, yeah, but I didn't want to spend too much time just going along on this route. This is a nice view. And then into our tunnel on this side. Let's slow it back down. Now you want to slow it down. Yeah, now I want to slow it down because we're going to reach the end and it's going to look interesting. So I just want to see how things go. There's our freight train already made it down here. Oh, no, that's the other side. Never mind. That's the other side going up to Rio Dorado. This is pretty hilly here. You didn't really notice it putting it in. Well, I didn't notice it putting... Oh, look at the view of Mill Valley, though. That's pretty cool. When we get like to the mid-20th century, that's going to look so cool with skyscrapers and stuff there. Now we're going down into the jungle. I am really enjoying having the tropical trees and stuff. Even though from zoomed out, it really doesn't look any different. But when you get down to the ground level and you're riding along with stuff, it looks great. Put this here, sort of dug that out a little bit. Well, and we're still doing 87. That's pretty good speed. I'm probably going to do 88. We're going to keep up this high speed all the way to where we reach the platform. There are already people here ready to go. Oh, that's great. That is great. All right, guys. This is all set up. I can't wait to watch it a bit and see how it goes. I'll put that roundhouse and stuff in, and I'll make sure you guys get to see them in the next episode. But that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, please remember to tickle that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.